Welcome to Saltmarsh, a small fishing town in the kingdom of Caeland. The citizens of Saltmarsh are just nice, totally normal, salt-of-the-earth type people. If you're in the mood for libations, head on over to the Snappin' Line for some refreshing lobster claw wine. More in the market for new armaments? The Dwarven Anvil can take care of all your plate mail bikini needs. Or, if you want to take out a vicious burrito smuggling gang, then you can hire this ragtag menagerie of adventurers to help you out. So, what happens when an owl, a horse, a turtle, a frog, and an elf walk into a bar? Well, why don't you stick around and find out?
Offensive.
Hello, everyone. I really hope you can see and hear us. I feel like I have really good timing for waiting until you lean in for food or pick up a plate of food,
Right.
so that there's like a little bit of an element of cooking hour with Rachel on Saltmarsh.
Eric always makes me dinner right as this is starting, so...
No, okay. Yes. Okay, Sam heard the word offensive. Chelsea has written us a poem. I'll just go ahead and say, hi everybody, I'm Galway, one of the founders of Helpful Goat Gaming, a small independent game design and game content creation community, and tonight we bring you Helpful Goat Presents The Goats of Saltmarsh. I will read Chelsea's poem in just a moment, but quickly going through the beginning sort of spiel of things, because honestly I want to get to dealing with this frog riding this other frog and the entire mechanics of that situation, ethical implications and otherwise. As I mentioned, we are a small independent game design, game content creation community. If you would like to join that community, the best way of doing so is using !Discord in the chat. That will get you a link to join our Discord. We have a great time in there. We're going to be doing a movie night coming up this weekend. We often do internal streams. We play a lot of games with each other. We talk about D&D. We talk about our content. We talk about lots of stuff. It got me through 2020. Besides that, you can also follow our socials at Helpful Goat on Twitter and Instagram. You can check us out on Facebook, Helpful Goat Gaming, and you can check out our YouTube archive, which has the archives of all of our streams as I complete getting them up. So most of our streams, just go to YouTube and look for Helpful Goat Gaming. You can also check out our content on our podcast. We have two feeds, Goats and Dragons, which contains Andy's campaigns in the world of Banya, and then the Helpful Goat Presents podcast feed, which includes one-shots, seasonal sort of campaigns, and right now is also holding all of my campaigns in my world of Tyr. All of those are a lot of fun. Yeah, that's the way you intone that word. I'm fine. It's fine. It's fine. All fine. Helpful Goat also likes to use our platform as an opportunity to promote causes that are near and dear to our hearts. Right now, if you use !donate, it will give you a link to the Trevor Project, which is a charity and foundation that benefits LGBTQ youth in America. As always, we encourage you to use the links that we provide, which are almost always to national organizations or even international organizations, so that everyone can sort of get access to them or contribute to them. But we encourage you to use those links to do some research, enrich your knowledge of the situation if you have any gaps there, and also then maybe to use either them or other searches to find local charities that benefit the same causes or the same populations, because donations of time, money, effort, connections, resources to local charities go a lot farther versus national charities, where it will sort of go into their war chest. Doing anything is better than nothing, but we do encourage you to take the step of trying to find someone near you helping. Scheduling note, obviously tonight we are playing Ghosts of Saltmarsh, but we've renamed it Ghosts of Saltmarsh for obvious reasons. Tomorrow the Spire crew comes back, and oh boy, last time was a doozy. So yeah, in the Discord I specified send energy. Do better. And then on Friday we have Tyr, Moontree Isle, which Rachel plays in, and I'm very, very, very excited for. If you've seen episode 14, the ending of last session, you would know why. You can check that out, I think, still here on Twitch, and also over at our YouTube. There's going to be a lot of surprises for that one, so I hope you tune in and check that out. With that, I will turn it over to... Okay, I think Rachel is reacting to the chat, and so I feel better because I'm like, is this finally the segue that's bad enough to warrant just a massive frown? I'm like, I've done worse. And with that, I will turn it over to our DM for tonight's proceedings, Rachel.
I hate it. It's fine. Sam also mentions that there's a big surprise for Spire tomorrow. And speaking of, thanks to Sam Winnie for doing our amazing theme song, which I definitely didn't force him to go against what he wanted to do over and over again and have him combine a tango and a jig. It worked out. It's fine. Hi.
We also haven't read the poem yet.
Oh, I'll scroll up and do that. It's Galway's fault.
It's Galway's fault.
I mean, I don't even know what else he had to do. I don't get it. Okay. In the name of the Froghemoth, the Grung, and the Holy Croak, you've defeated Glaaar-pat. Onward to destroy that smug bullywug king and those damn lizard folk. Testing the limits of NPC pre-recorded dialogue and hopefully sea shanties galore. Naming the boat, adventure, many laughs, the content I'm here for. This campaign is pure fun thanks to this awesome crew. Much love, Goats of Saltmarsh. I can see and hear you. Yeah.
Thank you, Chelsea. So sweet.
Thanks, Chelsea. Speaking of, after you guys deal with the bullywug, you got to have discussions while you walk about boat names.
And we forgot to have a discussion outside of game about it, so it's going to be like happening in real time for chat. You're welcome.
Mm-hmm. I need it for reasons. Don't worry about it. So I'm Rachel. I'm the DM. I play a lot of people, including horrible foppish dandies and weird flexing frogs that say Glaaar-pat. And below me is Lena.
Hi, I'm Lena. My pronouns are she, her, hers, and I'm playing Ocean Blue, the Sea Elf Paladin, whose pronouns are also she, her, hers. And, I think maybe this is Andy? This direction? Wow, I can't even point.
Nope, not me.
Nope, it's Joel.
Wrong direction.
Joel.
Well, if you want to point at me and go,
yes.
that's okay.
Sorry.
Hi, I'm Joel. I'm also tired. He, him, his. Playing Dudlum, the Turtle Cleric. Also he, him, his. Now, up. Because I can't mess up.
I'm just waiting for you to be like, yeah. Oh, damn. Wait. Everybody, I'm Galway. My pronouns are he, him, his, and I am playing Virgil Mondragon, the Centaur Barbarian. I was trying to go for Berserker, and I'm like, nope, that's a subclass, and not my subclass. It's a different word. Centaur Barbarian, whose pronouns are also he, him, his. I will jump over Rachel and pass it to Monty.
Hi, I'm Monty. They, them pronouns. And I'm going to be Gunk, the Grung Ranger, who also uses they, them, or he, him pronouns. and I'm gonna point down because again, can't fuck that up. To Andy.
Hey, I'm Andy. I play Baz. I am he, him, his, as well as Baz. Professor
that was
Baz
fast.
Wolford, in case.
Definitely wasn't typing a message to somebody that I thought I had time to finish.
I can go on about Baz if you want.
That's okay. I'm annoying Tyler about Spire tomorrow. It's fine. Yeah, so now the thing that we do next in this game that I'm prepared for is you tell us what happened last week. Last week?
Last
week.
week, forget.
Last week.
Yeah, last week forget about the lusty last week.
What did we do? We got on a boat, but what did we do before
Foppish racism?
Oh yeah, we met the council.
And before that, even the lizard folk that were on the boat, like, escaped or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. They were, like, trapped, so it's not really escaping. But they left without saying bye to any of us.
Yep.
Yeah, they didn't so much escape as left.
It's
Since we weren't
ghosted us.
guarding them, restraining them.
But it's fine because they got the mushrooms.
Yeah, and they gave me bugs. And it was really nice. Yeah, and then we went to talk to the council, and they got all, like, kind of, like, racist. And
Mainly foppish dandy.
Mainly
It was-
foppish
I
dandy.
mean,
It was
maybe.
casual racism though, not like pointed,
Yeah.
which isn't any better. But
It got a little more pointed when it came to the lizard folk, I feel like. There was a lot of casual racism vis-a-vis like
is
Gunk
true.
and Virgil, and then it like turned into those damn lizard folk. It was like,
Yes.
whoa, buddy.
it's very true.
So supposedly the council thinks that the lizard folk are collecting the weapons to attack Saltmarsh. They don't seem to have like a real fucking reason to think that. They didn't give us a reason. They're just like, we really think that. So we agreed to go check it out, but we're not doing it for them. We're doing it for Baz.
And the money they're paying us.
The money.
Yes. And then we got on a boat,
Yeah.
met our new crew, who kind of sound the same if you really, really listen hard, but also
Wow.
have very different personalities. And
Oh, and Gunk took a mushroom. And
I
Gunk
did,
wants
yes.
to meet Cora. So everyone has a
Yeah.
mushroom now except Virgil. So we just gotta get mushroom a mushroom.
Mushroom.
It's gonna be a good night.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mushroom.
when we got to our destination, we got off the boat. And
Oh, and I got my plate mail bikini. I'm sorry, I keep interrupting you.
no,
I
yeah,
like
no,
my
you're good.
notes.
Yeah. Playmale bikini. Baz got a bunch of new spells.
And Gunk left a book on my bed, but I haven't been down there yet, and I don't know that. I do know that. But
Shit,
Ocean
I did
doesn't
write
know
that down, didn't I? I think somewhere. Yes, I did. Never mind. I was like, oh, book. No, it's okay. I got it.
As we were making our way through the marshes, we came across some locals who Baz certainly tried to talk to and calm down. And then they stabbed him with their spears, and now he's all mad. So
Oh, yeah, that was arguably still my favorite moment of that combat is Virgil charges out to form the front line and then hears movement next to him and turns and sees the wizard next to him. It's like, no, no, this is not your place.
Not a great decision, but that we defeated a couple waves of those, and now the supposed king Bullywug, who is riding another giant toad.
Yeah, so small toadman, who is very big for a toad, riding enormous toad, who is apparently not a toadman. We're not really sure.
Yeah.
The ethics of this are still very disquieting for Virgil, who has gone basically insane with rage, and whose hands have transformed into massive sharp claws.
Yep. And who's about to be killed by a frog person. So I'm here for this.
Yeah, and there was another weird frog that flexed at you a lot and kept winking behind him. Don't forget that guy.
Every time you describe that, incidentally, I just heard the like muscle cat emote from Fortnite playing, like just that music. And I'm like, this is surreal.
Yeah.
Hold on.
So I think that's where we're picking up-ish.
Yeah, but now I'm dealing with what Joel just typed. So dealing with. Calm down, Rachel. I'm dealing with this shit. Okay. You hear music now? Oh no.
We
No,
can't.
I'm still troubleshooting. But look, you can continue without me, because that's not important.
Okay. Yeah. So you see this frog royalty, the nice big crown on his head, and he is riding atop a giant toad, big, like 10 feet in all these directions. Like it's a big boy. And he rides up to you, and behind him, I don't know why I'm doing this. Like, I guess I don't know how fucking frogs.
It's a dressage toad.
Exactly.
Hop.
He rides his dressage giant toad. He sits side saddle because that's how you dressage giant toads. And he, as he rides up to you, you see a dozen other bullywug at the edge of the battle just kind of stop and stare, just like in a line, not coming closer to you, not near you. They just kind of appear there. And he starts like dressage riding back and forth. Okay. Back and forth. And he is like brandishing it's called a royal spear, which I think is silly because it's just a spear. But he starts brandishing his royal spear at you and like croaking harshly at you and like, poking at you as he rides back and forth.
Do I kill it?
Are we in turn order?
You could be out of it for right now. If you decide to attack,
Okay.
we'll just go back into it. But
Okay.
I'll take to the air again about 10-15 feet up, so that they can all see me. And I'd like to sort of shout, you've seen what we've done with your friends, with your champion. Don't make us do anything more. Calm down.
roll an insight check for me.
Insight.
Virgil's going to mutter to Ocean, might have led with, do you speak common? But
Yeah.
does anyone here speak, frankly, not even common, any of the languages we speak? Oh boy!
Andy. So that's a 3. Yeah, I don't know. You look at this dude's face, it is just frog. Like you just all you get is frog. You can't read anything.
You can no longer tell which is the king and which is the mount.
Yes, the
Frog.
frog I read on him. So
I'm sorry. Could you look at a regular frog and read its emotions?
Certainly
Andy?
not. Certainly not.
I am a frog. You can read my emotions.
Only because I know Grung very well.
You're a different kind of frog.
That is true. I will croak at them though in Grung to see if they probably won't know it, but I'll do it anyway. So hey, what's going on?
He like snaps to look at you. You can roll an insight check for me too.
Okay. I don't think Bullywugs would speak Grung, but
Yeah, no, because it's D&D, so
Fine.
every fucking bespoke creature has its own bespoke
I
language.
know it's so dumb. I did
See.
get 23 though.
See,
Oh.
giant owl.
You get the feeling that he has no idea what anybody is saying.
Yeah. Yeah, they don't speak frog and they don't speak common. So,
We could try interpretive dance.
sure, go ahead, Blue. You got the floor. We had a go, why not you?
I'm gonna mime at them, like point at me, and then point at them and go, and then go, and then like mime them walking away.
Sure, roll an
Universal.
intimidation check for me.
Yeah, that is
Roll a what?
universal.
Intimidation?
I'm not trying to intimidate, I'm trying to communicate that they can walk away instead of getting killed.
That sounds pretty intimidating.
Okay.
Yeah, like mind, like literal murder. And then you
Well,
were
it's a 6, because we currently aren't rolling great. I mean, Gunk did, so Gunk, you're gonna roll for all of us now.
Everybody does have inspiration now, because I finally remember to give it. It's fine if you don't want to spend your inspiration on intimidating.
And I got some inspiration on. I'm not trying to intimidate the toad, but yes.
I'm gonna hold an enlarge reduce spell for if he moves any closer to us.
So
And you're gonna make it an even larger toad?
Yes.
at
that's
this, at this, I'm gonna
pick a target.
I'm gonna point at the king and sort of like the followers in the back, and like specifically then like point at his spear, and mime like throwing it down, and then like walk away. Sort of then pause, or show him and like sort of like with a stabbing motion, and with this just like smoothly with one hand draw the greatsword and basically decapitate one of the bodies next to me.
You're definitely trying to intimidate.
So you
Yeah,
can intimidate
that's
with
pretty
advantage for this one.
Yahtzee.
Cool.
Good advantage, I guess.
You
How
said
are these rolls so bad? We
So,
rolled a 1,
who-
a 2, a 3, a 6, and
Who-
a 23.
Quick question. Who wants Oceanus's character sheet?
Oh my god. He like croak laughs in your face, like not in your face because he's not. Well, I guess he is kind of visionary. I don't know. He croak laughs and like brandishes his spear a little bit more aggressively towards you. Like he doesn't give a fuck about what you're saying.
All right. So what are we doing here? Are we murdering him? Are we? I don't know.
It appears the negotiations have not gone as planned. It's either fight or run, and I've got a plan for both.
Good to know.
If we're going to attack, we kill him quick. Make a statement to the rest of them.
Yeah, I think that's probably a good idea.
Well, it's your turn if you'd like to, Baz.
I'm just kind of slowly. He's probably still like out of the turn order, but just walking towards him. And Virgil's kind of interested in what he's going to do because like he's been sort of doing the whole, dressage toading back and forth and kind of like trying to menace us, but also not really doing anything about it up to this point.
Yeah, as Virgil is sort of walking up, getting a little closer, just kind of being intimidating. He's now twice the size he was before. All right, so Galway, you're going to get a D4 extra to any attack roll you make, and you have advantage on strength.
Is it attack rolls or damage?
Sorry, extra damage. My bad. Yeah.
I'm also now like fully 15 feet tall.
Yeah. I'm going to say as you walked closer to him and enlarged a little bit, like he's holding his spear out, and as you enlarge, you kind of just enlarge into the tip of his spear.
Sure.
For like literally a point of damage. It's just a little prick. But he's going to kind of stop and look at you to see what you do with his spear like poked into you.
This is my champion.
I feel like Virgil is going to reach down, and at any point you can tell me like, oh, this needs to be a roll or something, so just feel free to be like, oh, okay. But Virgil is just going to like reach down and like between two fingers take this spear and just like shake him off of it.
Okay. That's possible. He is listed as medium. What's your size now that you're like technically whatever the fuck you are?
My size is large bordering on huge because I already count as a large creature for most purposes, just I'm officially classified as medium. and I've gone up a size, certainly too large.
So I will say that you will roll an opposed athletics check,
Cool.
and you can add the extra D4 that Andy has given as well for your.
I think I also have advantage.
Yeah, he has advantage.
Strength
Oh,
checks
'cause I'm
and
buff.
saving throws. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Pretty good.
27.
He rolled a 5. So you get really big and the stick pokes into you. And as you do that and you pull it out and you kind of shake him, he just goes like Wah! And just kind of flies back a little bit off of the toad. And
Be free! Run! Talking to the toad.
I don't know how things work. How things work? Jeez. And hold on, I'm doing stuff, behind the scenes stuff. Well, he rolled a nat 1, the bullywug, on initiative. I just kind of wanted to see where they would act if we were keeping in order, and so the bullywug royal rolled a nat 1.
It's good. It's lining up with his
very
day
nice.
so far.
But he is going to the bullywug royal is going to croak something at the big toad, and the big toad is just gonna gallop over toward him and pick him up and use his tongue to put him on his back because they're gross. And they are going to ride away.
Sweet.
Nice.
They basically are like, bye! And the other bullywug that are there just kind of melt into the background. And you think that is the end of the bullywug attack.
Perfect. That worked.
Yay.
Do we need to chase after them, or
Why? They're gone. Plus, they live here, so, they kind of had a right to ask us what we were doing here.
Fair enough. Technically, we did leave one alive. Still, do we
We
need
did.
to? Are we obliged to do anything about this, or?
Well, considering they don't... Didn't you say you could talk to them, Baz?
I mean, I could. I can understand what they say if I given a minute.
Okay. I mean, I'm not sure how we're going to ask them anything since they can't understand us.
The power of Ocean's interpretive dance.
I'm really good at it.
Oh, so you
Sure.
can comprehend languages, but you can't talk to them, right?
Right.
Yeah, tongues is a different spell.
Hallucinogenic mushrooms.
I don't know if any of my mushrooms are hallucinogenic, but
They probably are.
I mean, we could try.
I'll sit down on the ground and I pull out just a pinch of salt and I start to kind of wave it and sprinkle it on the ground and then just a little bit of soot as well. Then meditate for about a minute and I can comprehend any spoken language now.
Sure. So do you want to do anything to the bullywug first before you try and have him talk to you? Like tie up his hands or wake him up?
We still have like a 15-foot tall centaur, right? Or is that concentration?
Yeah. It's concentration, but I don't think... comprehend languages isn't, so...
Sweet.
So these things were like 2 feet tall or something, right?
Yeah.
So they're a seventh of my height. Just gonna sort of like reach down and be like, I think he's restrained. Wake up. Wake up.
And he's just gonna kind of wake up and look at you and like, ah! And that's what Baz hears. And then the rest of you just hear croaks, and he faints again.
Oh God. Does anyone else want to try? I appear to have caused him to just pass out. Gunk?
We could kick him.
I think if I do
Maybe
that,
not you, Virgil, but one of us could kick him.
I think he gets the point. And I'll go over and I'll hand him a ration.
He's still fainted.
Oh, I
He
thought we
fainted.
woke him up.
Oh
Yeah,
no, he woke up, saw me,
sorry,
passed back out.
Virgil.
That's what the
Yes.
eye was. He passed back out.
Yes.
Great.
I could lay on hands for just like 1 point of healing, so we're not wasting resources, but then he'd be awake again, and then Baz could try.
Sure, that might work better than kicking. We can keep kicking in our back pocket, just in case.
Okay, that sounds like a good plan.
A kick in your back pocket.
Kicking is always
Yeah.
in my back pocket.
So I'll lay on hands for 1 point of healing to wake up, and maybe Baz can try being friendly.
Oh God,
Okay.
this is deliciously Inception as you're laying on hands while this thing is literally laying on my hand.
Okay, so he wakes up and kind of is just like, "What's happening? Where is everybody?" So King.
I'll sort of point to where they left so that it sort of looks like I'm understanding him.
This weird owl guy. I don't really understand what's happening. There's a giant horse with a man's face. Maybe if I just play dead, they'll leave me alone. And he just kind of closes his eyes
He says he's
and like opens
playing
one eye.
dead.
Shake him.
I don't know if we need to like be violent. He's really small.
I'm just like slowly moving him towards my mouth.
You just feel him like shivering, like just shaking, like and Baz, you just hear, "Oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God."
It's okay. It's
Oh,
okay.
croak.
Fred.
Oh,
God,
crap,
oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God.
Grung, do you know what a bullywug eats?
Grung. My name's Gunk. My species is
Sorry,
Grung.
Grung. Gunk, do you know what a
Hi,
bullywug
I'm,
That's so racist.
hi, I'm
Was it-
Centaur. I'm
you
a Virgil.
Grung. Jesus. Sorry.
What a bullywug eat? I don't know. Fucking bugs, probably.
Does anyone have a good amount of bugs on them? I'm looking at Ocean. 'Cause-
They're my gift, but I guess I can spare a couple. I'll offer the bullywug a couple of my bugs.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if I was being heard again because the thingy didn't light up. You can roll a persuasion check at disadvantage because he can't understand you and you all were trying to kill them.
19.
Hey.
19 at disadvantage. Okay. He'll
23
kind
at
of like,
disadvantage, yeah.
he's got one eye cracked open and he's like, this one looks weird, but bugs
I'll nod
are
at them.
good. And he'll like take the bugs with his tongue, just kind of like, and then chew them slowly while looking at Baz. It's like, why does this one keep nodding?
I'll kind of like try to move Ocean's hand that's holding her sword kind of down to the ground, and I'll kind of motion for everyone to put your weapons down.
Do they want to make me their king? Are they all bowing to me?
I
Happening? And he kind of stands up a little straighter.
wink at the rest of them and start to bow and
Yeah.
sort of wave to this person. Just kind of go
Absolutely
along with
not,
it for a
no.
second.
Nope.
I love
Not doing it.
I also love the fact that this bullywug has an entirely externalized internal monologue.
Yes.
Oh shit,
thinks
what's
he-
happening?
Probably think we can't
Dude,
understand.
that's why they were croaking the whole time you were fighting them. They
Makes
just talk
sense.
out, they just, think
I
out loud.
imagine some of those were probably like a vendor, like handing out like snacks.
Yes.
I will sort of-
Bow to King I don't have a name for this bullywug. They all have such weird names. One of their names is Arp.
Or
Arp.
I will say, "Oh, King Ar." That's his name. Ar.
And he's like, did that weird owl just say my name?
I'll nod. And
Can you understand your king?
Ar. And I'll give a thumbs up. A talon up.
My first decree, stab the giant horseman.
Fuck, how long do I want to... How am I gonna carry... Okay. Shit. Sorry, Virgil. This is gonna look a little scary. I whip around and create a large...
His concentration, so he would shrink.
Yes, as he shrinks down to my level. And I whip around with a giant glowing spear. And I just go, "Ah!" And I run at you, Virgil, and stab you with the spear. And it looks like blood is just kind of pouring out of your...
Oh my god, he deflated the horseman at my command!
Yeah, just to see what
I
it
am
goes.
the greatest king alive!
I'd also like to point out that
Virgil-
while he's having this moment, he's no longer standing sort of regally on my palm. He's now just like, I'm holding him by the neck. Like, as my hand shrunk, I'm like, and...
Horse enemy to release your king! Release King Arp!
Can you just release... just see where it goes? I don't know what I'm doing.
I'm gonna say I give him like a gentle 4-foot into the air toss.
Haha! And as he lands, I'll kind of, bow a little bit toward him again. Look at him sheepishly.
Hey.
He doesn't land well. He
Oh,
rolls.
jeez.
Okay.
He's out again. No.
No, he's fine. He's
A
fine.
4-foot
He
toss.
just
Okay,
he tried to do a cool backflip, but then got like his hands mixed up and just kind of landed on his face. And he was like, "Nobody saw that."
So
Make
Gun,
sure
we may
saw
need to revisit the what the hell's going on with Baz angle soonish.
Yeah.
I'll Ocean, would you mind helping him up? Just, it's a sign of good faith.
Sure. I'll help the toad person up.
Maybe offer him a
this
mushroom?
one is interesting. Could this one possibly be interested in their King Arp?
It's
Does
starting
this
to go too
one
far.
understand King Arp?
Thankfully, she doesn't.
I'll say he's asking if you understand him.
I like her.
And he fancies you just a bit, it seems.
Oh, I'm not. I'm in love with somebody else.
She fed me nice bugs, and she helped me up. She is a good subject.
Do you think he'd like a mushroom?
Yeah, I do think he'd like a mushroom.
Now I want for you to ride in to the lair of my former king, Gulpagor, and destroy him and bring me back his crown.
I'm gonna hold a mushroom out to him because I don't understand any of this.
And he's gonna take it and just kind of sniff it, lick it a little.
I'll show him my mushroom that I put in my pocket and put it back in my pocket.
Oh,
So he wants us to go track down that king and kill him.
Oh, why? We just let him go.
I think the illusions of grandeur might be an understatement with this one.
why are you all still standing here? Kill King Gulpagor, bring me back the crown, perhaps the giant toad to ride. King Arp needs a good steed.
I move over to Virgil again, and I kind of look into his pack a little bit. And with silent image still up since it goes 10 minutes, my spear turns into the head of the king, and I pull it out of the bag. Ta-da!
Wait, you can change your action. You can use your action to. Can you change what it is?
I believe so.
I think so.
Yeah, I thought you could move it and stuff. I didn't know you could change it.
As the image changes location.
You can alter its appearance, so its movement appears natural.
Yeah, I guess I can't really change entirely what it is.
Yeah. And you can cast it again if you want, but
I've wasted way too many spells on this interaction already.
Totally not useless interaction.
Then I take my imaginary spear and lunge it at him and stab it into his belly.
You would
are we
dare
killing
do
him
that to your king?
I'm trying to make him go to sleep again. I don't know what this is.
And you're gonna make me pull up a fucking
It's
Bullywug
not
character.
real.
Should I shoot him? I mean, I got my bow right here.
No, not yet.
You dare go against King Ar?
I thought I'd seen a big horse freaked him the hell out. I thought stabbing him might make him pass out.
You know that
It's
you
not
didn't
a real spear.
actually stab me, though.
He's gonna look down and he's gonna see the fake spear going through him, and he's gonna be like, "I am invincible now. King Ar is invincible."
So does he do sort of that body language?
Yes.
At
He
this
looks
point, Fridge is
down
like,
and
all
he's
right,
like-
fuck this.
We killing him now?
I'm just gonna walk over and punch him.
Oh, cool.
Okay, give me a punch roll.
I fumbled. I'm not
You want
even
me to
gonna.
shoot him now?
going on?
You
Does
go
he
to
punch
punch
me
him,
instead?
and he's like literally just celebrating about how he's invincible, and he like moves out of the way, and you like punch the ground next to him. He's like, "Ah, even horsemen cannot touch me."
Gunk, please just shoot it now.
All right, you got it, boss.
But he is going to
shoot.
try and bite at your hand now, Virgil.
Oh,
And he
Invincible
rolled a
Toad
16.
King.
He rolled a 16.
Yes.
Does not hit.
Okay, so he bites at you and it misses. Okay, a 21 definitely hits him.
This is all getting out of control.
You only do 5 damage, plus the saving throw.
Oh, the damage? Oh, now it shows up. It didn't. Okay, what is a con save?
Yeah, I forget what it is.
I rolled a 20,
12?
but 5
Okay, yeah,
damage is
that's
enough
way
to
He was
kill
also
him.
at
He was
1
okay.
HP.
literally healed up to 1 from Ocean. So like,
Yeah, okay, yeah.
If
Yeah,
I
no.
could, before he bleeds out, if I could just healer's kit, stabilize him, not wake him up by any means, but just make
sure.
it
So
he
you like
doesn't
shoot
die.
him through, and he's like, "My subjects have revolted against me. I'll tell my family I was a good king." And he passes out, and then you can use your healer's
Okay.
kit on him to stabilize him.
Yank out the arrow, bit of blood.
Hey, give that
spurts out.
back.
You can have it back here.
I've never hated anyone on the basis of body language alone.
Put some bandages.
Why?
and
Why
a
are we reviving him again? He was fucking useless. Just let him die.
Do you want the answer from Baz or Andy?
Baz.
I sort of feel bad that we've manipulated him into this sort of frenzy. I think we can just let him live with the rest of them. It's fine. We'll be long gone by the time he wakes up.
Okay.
And then Andy thinks this is fucking hilarious. This invincible God King who's going to come back to life is going to be walking around as Martians.
You'd be like,
Okay.
"Yes, I will go kill the king."
That's all right.
I
Andy
like that
knows.
answer. That's a good answer.
That's going to
Okay,
last
Rachel,
all
you-
of 6 seconds.
know,
Write
but-
notes about King Arp the Bullywug, who believes he's an invincible God King. Back to that. I will tell you that when we started tonight's session, I did not anticipate having a Bullywug with delusions of grandeur, so that turned out well.
Yeah, we all got, what's that short guy complex where they all
Napoleon
think they're so
Napoleon
much more
complex,
important?
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well that was
Not very informative.
What? Well, all we heard were croaks. What did you hear?
He's a invincible god king now. That's what he believes. I don't think we were going to get much out of him. He has a family somewhere, if that helps ease anyone's guilt about not killing him.
No.
Oh,
Okay,
I thought you
well.
were suggesting targeting them, and I was mildly horrified.
Yes. Indeed.
Hey, we shouldn't kill people's families, Baz.
I'm
Yeah,
so
Baz.
I'm not.
I can't believe you would even suggest that,
Oh,
Baz. My
Jesus.
God.
I put
My
away my
croak.
healer's kit and walk away.
So, just so that I understand sort of the net of this entire encounter, there are creatures, bullywugs, in this swamp. They were somewhat hostile. We just killed a bunch of them, not including their king, whose spear I still have, presumably.
Jeez, now do I gotta tell you what the royal spear does?
I could tell you if it's magical or not. In time.
That king who was also riding a toad left. No discussion of the ethical implications of that. We woke up the prisoner that we'd intentionally left from the previous battle, and accidentally convinced him that he is an immortal, invincible bullywug who is king by divine right because an owl bowed to him in an attempt to trick him.
Look, mistakes were made.
I hear a lot of the word "we" getting thrown around here. No, Baz did all that. We didn't do anything.
I'm just going
So
to say that from my experience in the world, you're about par of the course for nation building, so you might have a future in politics.
Ew.
Do you want to hear about your spear, or do you not care?
Sure.
The royal spear is just a regular melee weapon. It's a +5 attack with a reach of 10 feet. It does 1d6 one-handed, 1d8 two-handed, and 1d6 ranged. And if the target is a medium or smaller creature, it must succeed on a DC 13 strength saving throw or be knocked prone.
Oh, that's actually
That's pretty
kinda
cool.
different. Yeah.
I don't know if that's just a thing for the Bullywug Royal, but it's in his fucking Royal Spear attack, so I'm going to say it's for that.
Oh,
That's
I
cool.
see. Whatever.
Yeah.
And one spear. That's just sort of the outcome of this.
Indeed.
Delusional Mad King has been created in the swamp. Other king has been chastened after I just sort of shook him off of his weapon. And none of this had to do with the lizard folk.
Right, we're supposed
Nope.
to go find the lizard folk and talk to them, right? We should
Right.
probably keep going.
I would
Does anyone
recommend going before it gets dark.
Yeah, there's not much point in sneaking anymore.
Yeah, that's probably true.
We were sneaking?
I think
We're
so.
trying.
Some of us were, yes. Does anyone need a spear? There's many laying around now.
This wanted to be royal spears. That was a royal spear.
Fair enough.
The other ones are just rego spears.
Okay.
Frankly, Virgil will probably gather them up.
Okay, you can mark however many dead bullywugs there are as spears.
I'm taking the Mad King's one as well.
Oh yeah, okay. His was still just a regular spear, but yes. He
Oh
will be
no! I
defended
know. He does not have a weapon anymore.
Other than his fierce bite that does bludgeoning damage for some reason.
Chomp, chomp.
Because he doesn't have teeth, he gums us to death.
Mm-hmm.
Carry
Yeah.
on, friends.
Yeah, we
I
still gotta
will
find
result.
this colony.
I have comprehend languages up for another hour. That I can speak anything. So test me out. Try to give me a language that you don't think I understand. I can understand it, I promise you.
I'm gonna say something to you in Aquan.
I say, yeah, excellent. That was I understood that.
Amazing.
I like that you don't test him on what it is that you said. He could just say, "I understood that." And be like,
No, she's like,
wow.
Ah.
So I think we're going to continue on. I realize I'm not sure we had like a direction exactly that we were going, except
we
were following like a little track.
Yeah, we were following a trail.
okay.
I think
Cool,
when I flew last time, I was able to see an encampment like on a hill or something.
Or
up
you
ahead.
could see that there was like a raised up thing and there was a track
Right.
leading to
I don't
there.
remember any of that.
Yeah.
It's awesome. Let's keep going.
So I'll try to fly above the party a bit to try to scout out as well.
You are
trying to
shot
be sneaky.
down and killed.
Of course I am.
Yeah, so you can give me another perception check. God damn, fuck
Awesome.
me.
5.
I almost said it was going to be advantage, but I was like, I don't know. And so it's 5 and not a natural 20.
Unlucky. Road's clear up ahead, friends.
Yeah, you see just a whole lot of marshland around here, huh?
Jesus.
It's pretty marshy. Woo. It's a lot of marsh. But you are able, like, the track itself is not hidden. Like, you guys are able to follow the kind of, like, footpath that you saw that seems to lead to that area. Does anybody want to be doing anything while you walk there, or no?
I'm going to be looking out for more bullywugs. How do you say it? How do you spell it?
Bullywug. Bullywug.
Okay, so it is bullywug. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool, yeah, I'll be watching out for more of them.
Sure, give me a perception check.
24.
Yeah, you look all around and you're pretty good at spotting frogs in the marsh. You are fairly certain that there are no frogs anywhere in the vicinity around you, other than the dead and passed out ones that you left behind.
Good, excellent, good.
And after maybe about 30 minutes, you come across something.
As you process what we come across and prepare to tell us, I just want to point out that Monty's average roll is like a 23, and I'm pretty sure the rest of us are in single fucking digits.
I've sucked all the luck out of all of you somehow.
Oh, it's the cursed luckstone.
Oh, yeah! It's
sucking
cursing everyone now,
else.
not just me.
While you guys are walking along the path, you could discuss perhaps about naming your new boat.
Yeah.
It does take you a half an hour to walk there, and you notice that there's nobody else around.
What?
I don't mean to be so heavy-handed. I'm sorry.
Half an hour to
No,
walk
we keep
there.
forgetting
So
about it,
an
it's
hour of
good.
in-game talking is what you're meaning. Okay, here we go.
Last week, Heather suggested black mold in chat, so Ocean's gonna suggest that.
Oh, Joel made a words spreadsheet with the suggestions too. I think that one's on
I
it.
totally forgot about that.
Yeah, I
I
have it
got
open.
nothing.
Yeah, I was about to say, why is there anonymous hyena on the sheet? But anyway,
Google
I
always.
mean, black
wants to
mold
be
sounds pretty
anonymous.
cool. Very piratey, actually.
And it's about something that's very relevant to all of us.
All of us, yes.
Yes. Every single one of us. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Baz is just reading a book as you're talking. He doesn't necessarily care too much what it's called. Sam says the petting zoo in chat. I'll just point that one out.
I mean, again, the petting zoo, it's misleading. It's you can't pet all of us. Not all of us are animals.
I'm not sure you should pet any of us because we're all not
Pet your dog,
pets.
not your date. Yes.
Yeah.
Right. I mean,
okay,
a little
anyway.
pet ain't bad. But I understand what you mean. even with permission, like, yeah, you could pet people with permission, but not all of us. Again, you pet me and you die. That's not a good thing.
Yeah. You don't have permission to pet me.
No.
Also,
So is there a
on our-
voting process in this group, or?
I vote Black Mole.
Legitimately, I was going to suggest if we came to like a top 3 suggestions, and I'm just going to say this like above the table, Virgil was going to suggest like just doing a divination that his teacher taught, and I was just going to like let chat vote. The result of the divination is whatever chat votes.
Chat would 100% vote petting
okay.
zoo, though.
Yeah.
I know that about chat.
We know chat.
Can't trust them.
All in
Chad.
favor of the black mold, say aye.
Aye.
Sure.
It's 3.
Kind of an air for me.
That's
So
5.
That was 3.5. Well, that was 1, 2, half, which equals out to 3.5, which is technically half of 5, or more than half of 5. I mean, I understand how math works. Does that mean that we're naming it the Black Mold?
I guess.
I'm reading a book.
Sure. Black mold, I guess it is. It does sound pretty cool.
I'm gonna call it the mold.
And black mold kills you, so it's like scary.
Yeah. Very,
Very scary. Yes.
Should we call it like the Black Mold or just Black Mold?
I like the black mold.
I like the.
Add
so,
a
yeah.
the to that.
Ocean, that now Toad God King,
Yeah.
seem to fancy you quite a lot. Do you get that? Do you get many suitors in your world?
I don't really notice because I'm so focused on Spora. She's my one and only love.
Sure. Was she your first?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I hadn't thought about that part of the backstory.
Sure.
So yeah, we're gonna go with yes.
We always remember our first, don't we?
Also, like, we still interact regularly.
Of course.
It's not like she's gone.
Easy to look her up nowadays on Facebook, and I see how it is.
What's Facebook?
I don't know.
It's his book full of faces, you know. He's just got lots of sketches of everyone he's ever
like
met.
face drawings or like actual faces?
No, like drawings. Just drawings.
Okay, that's okay then.
In this smut book I got from the bandits, the one called "Give Me Your Best Shot," it does have a lot of faces drawn. I believe those are faces. And I'll show Ocean.
Why are you
The
showing
pictures.
me?
Why would you be showing? Oh, that's
Just
not
faces.
okay.
Little Pep looks
drawn
over and
in
goes,
margin.
Was that the
yeah,
book you
look,
were
there's
reading?
faces. There are also other things.
Yeah, right.
It was the book I was reading. Yes, along the
There's more than just faces. Those-
Why are you working along reading porn while you're with us?
It's smut. It's a little different than porn.
It's erotica, not porn. So it's different.
Tastefully done. It's
You're not supposed to like just read those things in public.
fair enough. I'll put it away if it bothers you.
Yeah, Baz. Jeez.
I'll put it away. It's fine.
Put what away? Anyway, who wants to roll me an investigation or a survival check? You can all do it. Whoever wants to can do this. Do this.
Whoa.
I trust in my friends.
Okay at survival.
I rolled a survival. I got 15.
I probably fumbled again. No.
No.
15, 16, 11. Yeah, working together. All of you kind of like, as you're following along the path, you notice that it starts to end as it goes up to this one place. And that was really descriptive. As it goes up to this one place. As it goes up to like the mounded area that you saw. And as you get to those bushes, you're able to kind of look through and track. And there you see shrubs and tall grasses that conceal a large, stout wooden door.
Oh. Into the hill or something, right? Or is it just a door freestanding in the middle of the road?
Yes, kind of like at the start of where like the hill is. It's not
Right.
just like a weird door in a bush that you open it and it's like it's the other side of the
The other
bush.
side of the bush. So
Should we knock?
I think we should. It would be rude to just enter, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it's polite.
Yeah.
They hid the door in a bush. And your take on that is, this is the kind of door we should knock on.
What other kind of door is there?
Fair enough.
I don't quite see why we should even touch the door.
Right, since it's just freestanding in the bush, we can just go around it.
I mean,
you solved my door puzzle.
Can I look for like lizard folk tracks or scales or something?
Can
Give
we
me another
determine the
survival check.
species that's using this door frequently?
Yeah, exactly. Like
We
who
walk
is
in.
using this door?
We walk in and it's the Bullywug King. Like,
Oh,
oh,
shit.
shit.
It could be. We don't know.
True.
Could be some
absolutely.
gnomes in there.
Yeah.
Never know.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Okay. So survival or
Survive.
perception? They're the same. 10.
You look around
Oh,
and
no, don't worry. Sorry, I was gonna do something, but I was like, no, I don't want to use my cursed luck stone just yet.
you look around and you can very faintly see tracks. You can't quite tell what they are, but you're pretty sure they are not frog tracks.
Okay. Well, I don't think this is the Bullywug lair, which is good,
Can
I guess.
listen to see if like I hear anyone on sort of the other side of the door or anything?
That would be perception. Yeah, okay. I was like, I just said
21.
sure. I was like, nice. You put your ear up against and listen to it, and you can't really hear anything. Like, it doesn't really seem like there's anything going on behind the door for a while.
I don't.
Like, you feel pretty confident that if there was something, you would hear it.
Yeah. Okay.
I could send my teaching assistant in. Take a look around.
That
Sure.
teaching assistant that you totally resummoned after her mind got shredded by a Glaaar-pat?
I haven't yet
Oh, yeah.
resummoned her, but if we have 10 minutes, I could.
Glaaar-pat.
Doesn't it take an hour? Am I familiar?
Oh, yeah. Ritual.
Yeah.
If a ritual, yeah. It would
Is
take
70 minutes.
a little
then.
over an hour, yeah. But if we have an hour to spare, maybe, I mean, or we could just sort of
I mean,
wander in.
look, if the point is stealthily reconnaissance, I'm pretty sure Gunk has us covered.
We should not.
Again, I do not understand why we have come to the decision that this concealed door amongst a people who are probably quite secretive, and even leaving aside the racist, oh, they're totally attacking the town, the more level-headed members of the council did suggest to us, hey, maybe don't let them know that you're there right off the bat.
But you can't just go through doors without knocking unless you know that it's unoccupied, like the haunted house. Like, that was okay because nobody lived there. But somebody might live here, so you can't just open it without knocking.
Look, I'll go in. I mean, I'm real sneaky now, and darkness is kind of what I do. So yeah, I'm happy to slip in, ignoring everything that Blue just said. Sorry, Blue, but I do break into a lot of doors that people don't want me to break into. It's sort of what I do.
Sort of figured there, yeah. Let's go with that.
Has it been an hour since I cast my spell, Rachel, or do I still have a little time on that?
A little time. It's been I said it took you about a half an hour to get here, and so I would say it was about 10 minutes of talking to King Arp.
About 20
So
minutes
I'm
left.
sorry, God King Arp.
Of course.
And so it's probably been about 40 minutes, yeah.
What do we do if we could make it quick? I can still speak to them.
No. If we make it quick, you'll be able to understand them.
True. Yes. Yes.
And I can, if they're lizard folk, I can talk to them anyway. Remember?
This is true. Yes.
But then you could understand everything that they're saying with Gunk.
And Gunk doesn't want that.
I'm just picturing Gunk slips inside the door, closes it over, sits down inside the door.
Yeah, just waits for 10 minutes.
Just
before
wait for
we
20 minutes exactly. And all right, here we go.
Is the door locked? Or trapped, I should say.
I could take a look at it real quick, if you don't mind,
Trapped.
to be safe. 20 on investigation of the door.
It is neither trapped nor locked.
You're free
Whoa.
to go, Gunk.
Alright, wish me luck, and if I don't come back, then I'm dead, I guess. Bye. And I sleep in.
Yeah, I don't want him to die.
Do better at
Oh,
being
God.
sneaky. And cast guidance.
Thank you.
Yay, guidance.
Yay!
I like that. Okay, hold on.
Cool.
I will switch us to the new map.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Dunham, is your religion based on luck?
Ain't all religion?
I would hardly say it's based on luck, more of the tempestuous nature of things.
Oh, the seas and the storms. Huh,
Mhm.
interesting.
Nature is a harsh, treacherous mistress, just like the manner of Procaine himself.
Okay,
Wow, this is a
So-
huge map.
it really is. You have no idea.
Wow.
Do you
Jesus
remember
Christ.
how we had the haunted house and
Gunk's
there
so
was like
tiny.
15 sections or whatever?
Yes.
Maybe 20. This one has 52.
Jesus
Let's do it.
Christ.
I'm
Yes.
for it.
I love dungeons. Yes. I'm fucking, what's it called? Gloomstalker Ranger now. So I have dark vision.
Ooh.
So
And I
I will
also have
Say,
umbral sight, which means that people who rely on dark vision to see can't see me while I'm in darkness.
ooh,
Wow.
fancy.
Yes, and lizard folk have dark vision, so there is no. If this is a lizard folk lair, there's no reason why it should be lit. Well, there is a reason, but you know,
Maybe they
like
want to see
warmth and
colors.
stuff.
So you can see
Um,
color. And
Yeah, and seeing color, I guess color is nice. That's
Not
fine.
doing massive damage to your eyes from eye strain.
Yeah, I guess I'm just saying, like, it's reasonable that a lot of places wouldn't be lit.
They tell me a lot of things in here, so I'm looking. I do know that the corridor is 10 feet wide with 12-foot high ceilings.
Nice.
Um,
they usually describe light if there is it.
Okay, so just as a note, I will have to stoop if we cast enlarge on me.
Fair enough. Yeah, good to know.
All of the chambers and areas of the lair are brightly illuminated by torches set in iron brackets on the walls.
Fuck. That
Uh,
sucks.
which maybe the corridors aren't? Because you can only see to like here. Okay, I'm not clicking, you dumb butt. Can you see past here?
I can see to here. I can see my little square, and that's it. Yeah, right here.
Why can't you see this other part if I've given...
There's a
Is
very
it revealed?
distinct square that's cut off the map for
Yeah.
Gunk.
Can you see anything around you now?
I can see my token, but nothing around it.
Why?
I don't know. I'm sorry.
I
Does-
dragged you in and looked at your stuff.
The
I'm
token
looking
of
at the
sight
lighting. All players see light, emits light 60 feet.
has sight. Right?
Has sight. 360 degrees.
Is
And
it-
the map is revealed.
Is it something
and-
about reveal? Because that looks like a reveal area, not a light source thing.
But I
'Cause-
did it. I'm on reveal areas.
Oh, it just
There we go,
revealed some
look.
more.
I literally did it, you stupid piece of butthole.
More has revealed.
Like, I dragged it over. I'm just going to move you back here because this is where you were. But
Yeah.
I wanted to say that you could see, to the end of the corridor here. That's where it ends.
Okay.
And you can see that it kind of goes off this direction, this direction, this direction. Yeah, sorry. I was just like, why is this not here? And now, I forgot to mention at the beginning that we're going to have a slightly shorter session. Not ending now, but I feel like this might be a good time to take a break.
Yes,
Fair enough.
this is a good cut. Gunk inside, waiting out to comprehend languages. Virgil trying to explain why perhaps we don't knock on hidden doors on a stealth mission. Good stuff.
And Gunk very disappointed that there's light in here when I
Gunk being
wanted
like,
a chance to
"God
hide.
Damn it!
Oh, I got these cool new powers and I haven't been able to use any of them yet.
I'm just picturing Gunk walking through petulantly, knocking all the torches out of the holders.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
I
Fuck you.
I leveled up and switched out control water or whatever it is. And if I still had that, I'd be able to like douse the flames, but I can't.
Anywho, we'll be back in a few minutes, everybody. Bye. Hey, everybody. We should be back.
Right, it's me. I definitely should have put that cookie in my mouth.
Well, yeah, it's a cookie, so yes, that was the right call.
True, I got Girl Scout cookies yesterday, so
Nice.
Solid.
very exciting. Yeah, oh, we were just sorry. It's really windy outside, and there's like a bag of soil right next to my window, and it's just slightly moving in the very strong wind, and I'm just like, there's something next to me outside, but it's just windy soil. It's fine.
Windy
It's
so.
also windy outside my house, but I don't see any soil.
Oh, you should look harder. We were also having a discussion about the parrot and how
Yes.
Cuppa the parrot stayed back on the ship because he liked all the sailors and the crewmen and stuff. And,
Fell in love with Cooter. Yes.
And he's staying with Cooter, the gunner, not Gunner. Sorry, not Gunner, the sailing master. So Cooter and Cuppa are together on the Black Mold, or I guess it's still the Sea Ghost for now.
Beautiful.
I stopped hearing music. That's fun. Oh, because I
Agreed.
forgot to hit repeat. GG, Rachel. So, you walk in, you see the torches along the walls,
Mm-hmm.
and you see a kind of long corridor, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30-ish feet.
Okay. I snuff out all the torches because I'm determined to be in darkness.
Just one by one, just...
Yeah, just fucking torches.
Okay, you are in total darkness now.
Yes. Yes. No one can see me now.
There is a light coming from down this corridor.
Oh, okay, so not
And
from these
from
ones?
the corridors that you can't see. Sorry. So
Okay.
yeah, there's like faint lights coming from like the edges here because you can't turn
Okay.
out the ones you can't see.
Yeah, I'll still... Baz has message, right? Could we have just said that, like, he's gonna ping me every couple of minutes just to check in?
I point in your direction, so if I don't get the direction right, then no, but yes.
Or you can just do, like, a
kinda like,
sprinkler.
whoop, 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 whoop. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like a radar. Cool, I'll
But you have to
sneak a
do
sneak.
the sprinkler as you
Yeah,
do it.
exactly. I'll sneak a sneak up there and would we have had time to like does walking count as like a short rest because it's not very like no, okay. So I'm still
It does
down on HP. But that's
You down one?
I am down how much am I down? 11. I'm like half HP.
Oh, okay. So you walk
Gunk,
over.
is everything okay? You can respond to this message.
Yeah, everything's fine so far. I just realized that I didn't get healed before I came in here.
Can we say that, like, we would have realized that? We forgot because there was a pause in between the fight. Like, I would have touched you.
On the clothes.
Yes, on the clothes, which transmits it to your body.
Yes, it does.
Yeah, touch spells don't require you to like stick your hand under their clothing and touch their skin. That
I
would
mean,
be
it doesn't say. but
Thank
I'm
God,
assuming
because
that-
otherwise, Charity giving the family guidance would be a lot creepier.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he'd be like, just like, let me slide under your sleeve real quick.
I probably would have given you like
Skin
seven
on your-
points of healing.
7. Thank you very
On
much.
the other hand, I could see Charity just deciding to freak Burbage out by repeatedly giving guidance
Which
by
one
like
is-
caressing his cheek.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah, do better, buddy.
What color is the hit points again? Is it red or green?
Green usually.
Green.
I do. Let me click, you dumb butt face.
I haven't.
I'm
Yes.
sorry.
If you just enter one.
I think it's green.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
the green one in the middle.
Okay.
Um.
7.
Oh, I see. There's
Thank
a discussion of Girl Scout cookies. I do have Samoas. My favorite are. Hold on. Let me just lick it to get the crumbs off because that's totally normal. Tagalongs. That's what I'm having. I have Samoas and tagalongs and thin mints and s'mores. Anyway, the chat definitely wanted to know that. So first I'm going to ask for you to make a stealth roll for me.
Yep. And I have
at advantage. Because you're in darkness.
Yeah.
And you can't be seen in darkness.
Oh, sorry. At advantage.
It's 25, but you can also see if you get better.
Yeah, 25.
Okay. 25 is good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so yeah, you feel pretty hidden, and you sneak around and look into this room.
Mm-hmm. I like peek into it.
Yeah. Let me see if it will let me actually reveal area. Do.
Oh!
Fuck me running.
Fuck!
The room is bare, except for 2 wooden benches set opposite each other against the longer walls. A handful of lizard folk stand at attention, ready to move into action. Actually, so fucking weird. It tells you they're doing one thing and one thing and one thing and another.
Next
They're
paragraph.
actually-
They're asleep.
Well, it's like if they don't alert the lizard folk, they're actually lounging on benches and talking among themselves. But that's not in the read aloud box. The thing I said was
like,
in the read aloud box.
Read aloud. They're about to jump you. Oh, JK, you didn't trigger the alarm. They're just chilling.
So
Also-
they are lounging on benches and talking among themselves.
This is why we don't knock on doors.
Yeah.
Also, I just saw that it said modify the description as needed. Thanks.
Lizard folk are hella tall, right?
Yeah, they're like 7 feet tall normally.
So a 3 foot tall lizard folk would be a weird thing to see.
How do you do, fellow lizard folk?
Well, hello. Because I think I can only I have disguise self, but I think I can only make myself a foot taller.
Yep.
I can be a baby. Baby lizard folk.
I'm delivering lunch.
You want some lunch?
I'll touch you and get poisoned. I'll pat your head, shuffle your hair.
Excellent. That was my plan all along. I'll sneak over here and look into this room.
Over here?
Is this a corridor here? It's hard to tell. No, okay. Yeah.
I can, it's so difficult and stupid to reveal. No.
Spray bottle.
Pretty much. To like reveal. What are you doing? I'm not on hide areas. I even see the eyeball.
Okay, run, Gunk. There's a beholder.
Oh.
We're outclassed. We're outclassed.
Oh god. Well, in that first room there was what, 6 lizard folk? So we're already outclassed.
You look down this path, and it is just another corridor.
Cool. What about this one?
Moving my mouse because I can do that. Which one? Straight down.
Sorry, this one. Yeah.
So you see that it is. It opens up to 2, like either a pathway directly to your right or a doorway down.
Okay. I don't want to move too far away from the door in case I need to run. I'm gonna. So, were they both corridors or was one a doorway? I don't remember.
Downwards was a doorway, and to the right was a corridor.
Okay. Sorry, I think I'm lagging.
No, it's good.
Is
I
the
was
door
also
open?
trying to swallow water, and that's why I was weirdly
Gunk, my
answering.
friend, are you still alive?
I am, but I just looked into one room and there's a lot of lizard folk, so it's a good thing we didn't knock on the door.
Oh, friends, this is the lizard folk place. Maybe we knock on the door now.
What did I just say? I didn't hear that. Fuck.
Virtual's gonna go, no, we're not We're not like, hi guys, the town that has, racial enmity towards you sent us to say, hi! No, not the mission. Sneaking, possible killing, not leaning towards the killing. Honestly, even if they're aiming to attack the town, Gunk's not still connected, right?
Can we just ask them what
Oh no,
they-
Gunky's off the line. Yes.
Okay, yeah. So at that point, I'm just sort of inclined to say, fuck it, Godspeed, here's a gift of 9 spears. Go do your thing. Here's the foppish dandy's address. Start there.
Dunlum is there though, like.
Dunlum specified he didn't have a house. He lives on ships.
I'm having trouble following this line of reasoning.
Yeah, that works.
Alright, so
I also have a candy in my mouth. I'm trying not to talk.
I'm sorry.
Eat on this stream? Wow, that is so rude.
Yeah.
I should know
I
better.
would never.
I already finished my bowl of cereal.
Otherwise, just eat it aggressively. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I'm out of cookies.
Oh no.
I had one more Cheeto.
Well, mainly just because I'm trying not to eat 17 cookies in a seating. So I put a seating? Wow. Anyway, continue.
We really
What
need
would you
food
like to
product
do?
placement deals for our streams.
This stream is sponsored by
I just assume,
Cheetos.
should I just assume that you are druid craft snuffing out all of the torches as you walk through corridors?
Yeah, any torch I see, I will snuff out. Unless it's like in a room with lizard folk, then I
Right.
won't do that.
So do
Turn
you
the
wanna,
lights
like,
off on him. Ah, fuck you.
Do you want to gently open the door that you're at and peek in?
Yeah.
Give me another stealth check with advantage.
Okay. Cool. Advantage. Stealth. 24.
Sweet. You feel, again, pretty confident that you are one stealthy frog. And it did the thing. Oh, I think that I can't show you unless you step in, so I'm just going to move your
Okay.
token in here.
Yeah.
Just in the middle. You're not actually standing in between all the lizard folk there.
I don't know
There's
that
still
Monty
nothing.
sees anything because I don't see anything.
Why, God hate me.
Your litany of
Hey.
sins? There we go.
I literally, it's like, you know how it's reveal is the eyeball symbol, right?
Mm-hmm.
I go over it, I click reveal areas, and I do the thing, and it gets slightly lighter. And I say, oh great, it's done. And then it's not. And I do it again, and again. And then this time, apparently it worked. It's fine. I'm not angry.
That is
just
weird.
disappointed.
Are there multiple layers of the darkness? Is that
Yeah.
possible?
This advanced darkness.
Kind of a cool concept, actually.
Still casting magic missile on it.
Okay. This appears to be a banquet hall. You see 5 unarmed lizard folk preparing this area for a feast, setting tables with wood and stone utensils. Several long wooden tables are placed end to end in the center of the hall, with wooden benches running along each side. At the south end of the tables is a large wooden chair. 4 slightly smaller chairs flank it, 2 on each side facing the table. Placed on the tables are earthenware pots, jars, plates, and cups, 5 drinking mugs, and woven baskets. Against the west and east walls are tall wooden cupboards.
Aw.
And you see there's another door at the end, all the way across from you.
Gung feels jealous and homesick for a second.
Aww.
And then, and then I'm gonna head. Whoa,
I moved you funny. Don't worry about
sorry, down that way.
me. Okay. You. Please let me reveal areas. Hey.
All right, keep going. It's nothing
More
out.
corridor. More corridor.
Okay, I'll just keep following this corridor until I hit something.
Ooh, here you go. You see that it kind of goes off to the right, and then up ahead it forks from you as well.
Oh, and these are all corridors, this and these two?
This, as you stand there, you can see that it is another doorway.
Okay. I'll look into this one more door, because so far, I've just seen a lot of lizard folk and no aggression whatsoever, and like no weapons, they don't look like they're getting ready for something. I mean, they're getting dinner ready. So I'll look at this one door, and then like if all three have no signs of aggression, I'm just gonna go back out.
Great.
Again.
So give me another stealth at advantage to peek into this door.
I'd also like to point out that you just like fundamentally hassled whoever the
That's a natural 20 there.
Yeah, whoever lights the torches. Well, I'm gonna light them on after I leave. It's fine.
They just I'm just like picturing this like lizard folk, like, you know, like janitor walks up. Oh.
Oh, great. And damn kids again.
Hold on 1 second, sorry.
The rest of us should probably decide what our plan is here. Are we to go just find a random lizard folk in there and speak to them, or try to find the head honcho lizard folk or the staff and you know, take us to your leader? What do we want to do here?
Highlight and shit.
It seems to me that they've built a sort of underground lair with, you know, hidden. Oh wow!
Whoa, that's a big lizard.
So
Who
this
dat?
appears to be the barracks.
Big lizard, who dat?
About a dozen straw mattresses lie scattered around the floor, each with a wooden chest at its foot. At the south end of the room, a long table is set centrally, wooden benches to either side. A few lizard folk are seated on the benches or mattresses, talking and tending to their weapons. You see 4 regular old lizard folk, a lizard folk render, which is that real big one, and then a lizard folk scale shield, which I think is just more like military lizard folk.
Okay, so signs of aggression. Cool. Okay, cool. So, what can I hear what they're saying? You said that they were talking.
It doesn't say that in the book, so.
Oh,
Okay.
sorry. They're just saying swords, swords.
Lizard.
Watermelon.
Okay, so
you
tell me more about this render bloke.
When you listen in, give me a perception check.
Okay. Perception. Did that not roll? No. I got a 9. Or another one might be coming soon, I don't know, but a 9.
They're kind of too far away from you for you to really hear. Like, you can tell they're speaking in Draconic, but just that it's just not really noticeable.
Yeah, it's just not audible.
Yeah, like you can't quite hear it. The lizard folk render has it's real big, and you see big long claws that look like they're like almost like hard as steel.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm gonna head out and I'm gonna make my way back out to the entrance, and as I'm going behind me, I'll like relight the torches, but far away enough that I'm still in darkness where I am.
Gunk, are you still alive?
Yeah, coming now. I'll meet you at the door. Hang on. And I get out again.
Gunk is still alive. They're coming out.
Awesome.
Okay,
Good to
and I'm not
know.
going to change maps again. You can just
No,
talk
fine.
here. This, yeah.
All right, so yeah, I sneak out the door. So, A lot of lizard folk. I mean, like a lot. I saw like 3 rooms full of them, and that was like the start. It looks like there's like a big twisty warren full of them. I don't know how big it is, don't know how many they are, but we can't fight. There's like, if we can't sneak in because we're gonna get caught, and if we get caught, wait, I'm getting there. If we sneak in and we get caught, which we will get caught because we've got jingle jangles and clip clops, we're gonna die. Like, we don't have a chance. So, I mean, honestly, I do think knock is probably our best shot here. We just knock and sort of politely ask to see someone. Maybe that'll work. I mean,
I'm glad you've come around to politeness, Skunk.
Yeah. Be
well,
polite.
it wasn't my first choice, but yeah, I guess.
Sorry, Ocean, what were you saying?
Nothing.
I don't really see that we got another option. I mean, most of them seem very docile. They're just hanging out and having dinner. Some of them, though, got lots of weapons and big sharp claws, and I don't really want to tangle with them, so...
Do we need like a cover story, or are we just gonna knock and be like, hey, we've heard that you're amassing weapons and we were wondering why?
We could have a cover story that we're looking for someone and heard that they might be here. Let's maybe just
Oh, like who?
Like
start with
someone
that.
called Montague, maybe. I mean, just out of thin air, maybe.
That's a good name.
That is a
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Doesn't sound like a lizard folk name, though.
No,
but
it sure don't, does it? It sure don't, but we don't need to worry about that.
Okay, I'm down with this. We could also offer them some.
Why are you going first?
I can knock,
Someone
but
else's
I don't
problem.
speak Draconic.
Oh, yeah, hey, forgot about that.
Do I have any time left on my spell, or has it been the 20 minutes that...
Say that was about 20 minutes of exploring.
You're just gonna have Virgil. Oh, God help us all.
Has anyone else
Knock,
got
knock.
any better ideas?
Oh, well, Virgil just knocked. Did you
Yeah,
knock
that's true.
quietly or loudly?
Politely. He knocked politely.
And weirdly, that was kind of the, like, I don't
Yeah.
want to sound like I'm like banging on the door, but I am trying to audibly knock, if that makes
It's one
sense.
of those happy knocks, like
Yeah.
like
Like, dun, 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 dun. You just hear back 10 minutes later. Dun, dun. Okay, so you knock. I'm gonna say you knock, and since you're knocking politely, or like not like, nothing happens.
Could we open the door slightly and just shout in Draconic a yoo-hoo? Which
I'm not
assume-
saying yoo-hoo, but you can, sure.
I'll crack open the door slightly. Yoo-hoo! Avon Colleen?
Wow.
That's a pull.
Oh.
Anyway.
Are we
Yoo-hoo!
Edward Scissorhands now?
Yoo-hoo-hoo! And I'm an owl, so yoo-hoo-hoot.
Did you just say you hoot?
Yes.
Pardon us, lizard
Oh.
folk. Do you have a moment to talk about our Lord and Savior Frog Edith?
I have some pamphlets.
Okay, I am going to drag in all of y'all.
Okay.
Ocean, Virgil, Dunlop.
Not sure I enjoy that verb.
Professor. You're all dragged in. And you you hoot. And okay, it's not how. Okay, just everything's fine. Don't worry about it.
Tiny room. In comparison.
Yeah, it's very. Look how freaking big the map is.
Yeah. Also, because it's not designed that these squares are 5 feet, but they should be, because it told me that the room was 10 feet across, right? So like it should be 2 squares is 10 feet. But the lizard folk are really tiny, and so are you. Because usually you take up a whole square.
You can make us bigger.
I mean, we're in a whole square.
Yeah.
What? But no, but usually one person alone takes up a full square.
Yeah, and we are.
Are you?
On yours than we do on ours.
Yeah, no, you're really itty bitty on mine.
We're definitely taking up a full Roll20 square on ours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's
What?
like 1, 2, 3, and then the arrow is resting in the 4th. Same thing up with us.
Oh, it's just because the squares of the map
dark black
are
lines
forced.
are not
Yeah,
the
yeah.
squares. Yes.
Yeah.
But the thing is they should be.
Okay, you also can make us 10 feet big. in
No,
icons if
because
you want.
I'm not going to adjust every other fucking creature that's on this giant ass map.
Well,
Yeah,
so
that's fair.
so the line
Valid.
drawing is supposed to be 10-foot squares, right?
Oh, I guess I just hate
And
it.
then they built it into Roll20 with the correct 5-foot grid square so that creatures are the right size. I mean,
Why is it
otherwise
10?
that
That's not-
render would have been like 40 feet.
Right.
And at
that's
that
fair.
point, even Virgil doesn't want to
I
fight
was
it.
just really confused. I was just like, what? And you see a whole bunch of lizard folk, 5, come out of that room with spears pointed at you, and
Oh, God, the spear
whole
thing
bunch
again.
of hissing lizardy sounds that Gunk understands as draconic.
Mhm.
And they say, I don't know, things guards say, halt! What are you doing here?
Hey, it's all right. We're holding. Don't worry.
Drop your weapons!
I'm not holding any. Is anyone actually
Any
holding
weapons
their
that
weapon?
you have on you? Or I guess just put your hands up for right now.
Okay, put your hands up. I guess everyone.
I'll put my hands up.
Virgil's kind of like scratching his cheek. Okay.
I'm trying to like smile non-threateningly at them too, so I'm like,
But in lizard folk culture, baring your teeth is extremely threatening.
Yeah, don't bare your teeth blue. You'll make him angry. Yeah, look, we're what do we actually want to say to him?
Why are you here?
I mean,
We're
okay,
here.
there's either this sketchy ass, we're here for Montague, whoever the hell that is, or we could just go with, look, there have been some reports of weapons smuggling, and like the people of Saltmarsh are a little bit concerned that they're the target, and we didn't want anything to happen that didn't need to happen because they're considering, armed solutions. I don't know. What do you think, Gunk?
Think being honest is probably the best policy with
And that's-
people pointing
Stop
stuff at
talking
me.
so much where we can't understand you, and just tell us why you're here.
Just
Okay.
Go with the honest, because the second one is basically the truth. Though I suspect the first one is also some form of the truth,
think
but
the
not
first
for all
one's
of us.
Yeah, the first one's true. Okay, I'm gonna switch to Draconic. Just say, look, we're here because you guys have got lots of weapons and the town nearby is worried about it, but we don't think you're doing anything wrong, so we're here to make sure that they don't try to kill you, okay? So how about you just try and take us somewhere and talk to whoever's in charge and we can sort this out.
We don't know who you are. Why would somebody be able to kill us?
No, not us. We can't kill you. Look at us. I'm talking about the people and the country that you're in, like armies. You know what that is? When humans got armies, it's like a shit ton of people.
For me.
I think a roll was requested, but I'm not sure.
Oh, is it? Sorry.
Oh,
I
yes,
missed
I'm
that
sorry.
bit.
I'm like just standing here staring at roll 20,
Sorry.
waiting for the die.
I missed that bit.
No,
What
it's
was I
totally
rolling?
fine. Roll a persuasion check.
persuasion. I'm not great at persuasion. 17?
Oh, 17. Say, okay. I'm still not exactly sure why you're here. You're a very confusing small frog.
Thank
you. However, we can take you to speak with our queen. We request that you turn your weapons into us. They will be guarded and well kept, but you cannot bear weapons in the presence of our queen.
All right, fair, but your people can't bear weapons in our presence either. How does that sound?
Well, we have to carry them because
Hey, if we're not having weapons, we can't hurt you.
you're in our home.
Yeah.
If you want to come see our queen, you need to give us your weapons. This is not a debate.
I totally agree. I'm just saying, please lower your spears while we're unarmed.
Oh,
Don't that sound fair?
that's reasonable.
Thank you. All right. So once they lower their spears, I'll turn back and just say, "Hey, we gotta hand over our weapons, but they promised they'll give them back after."
Oh, they wouldn't deprive an old owl of his walking stick, would they?
I'll turn back to Lucifer. It's like, you gonna make the old man hobble along without a walking stick, or does that not count as a weapon?
Make a deception check?
Me or Baz?
Baz.
Yeah, I'm acting it out. Yeah, sure. I'm okay with that. Deception.
Can he have just? I was just gonna ask. Can he have? Never mind.
I'm busy with something else. at the
Time
moment.
that you've rolled
Not
a
acting.
single digit with the second one as a natural 20.
Yes.
Yeah.
Happened 4. That weird owl person seems like they're perfectly capable of walking on their own. Thank you. Weapons,
Okay.
please. And they all hold out their hands.
So, very non-threateningly, Virgil is going to walk up to the one who's like one of the ones who's waiting, like, longsword, mace, 3 daggers, 9 spears, royal spear, great sword, 10 javelins. Like, I'd like a receipt for those.
All right. Wait. There's a list of lizard folk names in here. Hold on. Really? Garert. Write a receipt. Oh wait, he didn't understand you. Ha ha! He can't.
Virgil's actually gonna like pull out a list using the that he made using the quill that Baz gave him, and it has a list of all of the like weapons written out with a small picture of them next to it, like, and like there's a little line underneath, like just initial here. You.
While you were walking, you just drew a royal spear and you drew 9 spears.
We've basically established that Virgil is always making a list.
Yeah, no, I'm here for it. Yeah, okay, so Garert is just gonna... And you just see, like, weird scratchings that you definitely don't understand.
Thank you.
And Garert kind of backs up. And, the rest of them? The rest of you?
I'll give my staff.
I'll hand them my javelins and my dagger, and then with my warhammer, I'm just gonna mime like gently hammering. Okay, and give them a thumbs up.
The carpenter wants to keep the hammer.
No. Gently tapping on the wall with it.
Does that one want to destroy our home?
I honestly don't know.
I'm gonna trot after Garert, not that I know his name. I'm sorry, I forgot, and like pull out the entire set of kitchen knives from the Sea Ghost. There you go.
are you people? So do you hand your warhammer?
If they don't seem to understand what I'm doing, then yes.
No. They are very much like, why are you trying to destroy our walls?
Gently tapping.
Did everybody hand in their everything? Dunlum?
Yeah.
Dunlum hands Warhammer, also goes into his bag and takes out like 2 halves of a broken spear, like a little fishing spear, and hands that over too. And that's pretty much his weapons.
Yeah, I've only got my longbow and 2 short swords, so I...
Oh, and one because there's potential for more comedy, and also I don't know how they're considering it. Do they want shields as well?
They're good.
I was gonna say, I feel like Gert's like, especially because mine is literally just a giant cartwheel with like hammered metal on it. It's like,
okay. So they are going to walk with you, kind of like just kind of surrounding you as well as they can. They're not like brandishing their weapons at you anymore. They're still holding their spears as the ones that can. The ones that aren't like carrying massive
just
bundles. You just see like silent tears rolling down his cheeks. And so they are going to walk you through this lair to hold up.
Hold up.
Where the throne room is.
I really hope this isn't one of those things where Wizard of the Coast assumed we wouldn't just walk in and ask to see the leader. And
I also now feel like, just to give like flavor to it, like, and especially since you all have now seen like at this point the way Virgil transforms, in much the same way where often when they're walking, if he's not making a list, he's probably like, you know, polishing his sword, or, you know, making sure that he's like sitting there like sort of looking at his nails. Yep, totally unarmed. No threat at all.
I have my spell book out and just clutching it.
They don't know enough about that kind of shit. None of these are spellcasters. I'm just highlighting the pathway that you will be taking as we go, so that way when we move down there, you'll see it.
Instead of they lead you into darkness.
Yeah. Why is nobody in there? Wait, what? What? Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
They take us to an empty room. Oh no.
Fucking right. Like,
This truly is the Queen's Gambit.
oh my god. Good day, sir.
I haven't seen that yet. Is that about lizard folk lairs? Is
Yes.
that-
Definitely.
Oh,
yeah.
I see.
Yep.
Man, I should watch that.
I'd watch the hell out of that show.
Me too.
Why is the queen not in the throne room? Do I really have to find the fucking queen's thing? And... Wizards!
Or lizards.
That's their secret. They're all the lizards of the coast.
Iguanas.
Okay, I'm sorry. There's just
I love
like
iguanas.
specific people who.
I was gonna say,
will-
while Rachel's looking for this because of the way that this book is laid out, I can also share that in my home state of Florida, where we have iguanas as a non-native but an invasive species everywhere, when there are cold snaps, they have to give warnings about iguanas falling from the trees because they get
What?
real sleepy. And I don't know if y'all have ever seen a fully grown iguana. They're big as hell. So those
Holy
things hitting you
shit.
coming from height, bad.
Wow, America's fucking wild. You guys have
Enjoy.
bears and deers and iguanas falling out of fucking trees.
We also licensed people. Florida, I think it was iguanas that they got licensed to exterminate if they had like a gun license. And then in like the first week that happened, a whole bunch of people got sent to the hospital with self-inflicted gunshot injuries because they fired up. Don't know how much you know about ballistics, but things come back down.
That's so funny. I love iguanas. My wizard, who the campaign recently ended, she had a big fat iguana as her familiar. Yeah, Gizzard. Gizzard the lizard's
Yes.
wizard. I mean, the wizard's lizard.
Gizzard the
I
wizard's
love him
lizard.
a lot. Yeah, I miss him.
Saying.
Hmm.
Okay. I found one person. I don't know if she's somewhere else on the map, but fuck her.
The diplomacy is off to a good start. Fuck you in particular.
And there's one other. Sorry, there's like politics of the lizard folk, and I read through all of this and just assumed that she would be in the throne room. It's fine.
Just chambers, perhaps.
Okay, there we go. That's the name of the other one.
Royal ass chambers.
Sorry, I know this is really exciting.
You're good.
So to be fair, Andrew, on your comment of drop bears, once when I was going to school at CU, I was walking by, and there were a whole bunch of people gathered around a tree, all looking up at it outside one of the dorms. I was like, oh, what's going on? They're like, oh, there's a bear up there. I'm like, then why are you here? That's a bear.
I walked under a mountain lion one time when there was a mountain lion on campus. I didn't know it. It was just early in the morning. And
That's terrifying.
yeah, and then an hour later, they're like, oh, careful, there's a mountain lion in this tree by this building. Like, oh, shit.
Okay.
It was a sleepy old mountain lion, buddy.
Like we get snakes sometimes, but that's like extremely rare. And then that's it. Like they just slither off, and you never see them again. Like there's no danger.
So I'm gonna
they're
just try
It's
and
great.
see if I can. Why didn't? Okay.
Oh,
I'm gonna
wait,
kind of select people. Can you see that
Yeah.
I've moved you?
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, somebody
Oops.
did the
Wait,
thing where
where
they
am I?
moved their. What do you do? Why are you touching your piece?
Sorry, I don't know. I feel like I'm in the walls.
Yeah, you are.
You
You're
are on the
through.
walls right now. I'm just moving you down the corridor.
Oh, I got you.
Just so you can experience as you're being walked
Ooh.
down this way,
The walls here are excellent.
Yeah.
and you walk into the throne room.
Yes.
Okay,
Oh,
so
Also, Rachel, I'd be looking out in case I see a lizard folk, let's say I might recognize.
legitimately, you passed nobody. They did not take you through any rooms. It was just down corridors, and they were all empty.
Right on.
Yes. I think I left a lizard folk behind, or no, he got moved over here. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of place him around the room.
That was Glaaar. He was just slowing down.
Right, yeah, exactly. He couldn't fucking handle it. And then you guys can kind of place yourselves in the middle here, where like how you think you'd be standing.
I'd probably be trying to put it myself as like a skirmishing line, like behind Gunk, since Gunk has to talk, but between sort of the rest of the party and as many lizard folk as I could manage.
Well, I'm definitely not standing in front, so I'd shuffle backwards until I was standing next to you.
I feel like you keep walking forward, realize that you no longer hear clop, clop, clop. Nope. Back up.
Nope. I could fit between your legs. I could just stand underneath you.
You could.
That is undignified.
Okay.
Baz would not have it.
I wouldn't have it, thank you very much. Gunk's got some pride.
Pride. That's a sin.
Pride.
I mean,
Yep.
I think Baz might be able to just stand under me. I think there was a description here I think I'm like 4.5 feet at the withers.
I'm a bit taller.
Okay. So you come into this throne room that I'm totally going to describe.
Also,
for you
Baz,
now.
are you actually like 15 feet behind us, or?
Yep. Yeah, I wanted to stay back if I can.
Okay.
Fair.
But you won't be able to stand like by the door where you could run. Like there's gonna
Yeah,
be
that's fine.
somebody near you. Like
Okay.
they just don't trust you. You
Fair
see
enough.
2 sets of 3 pillars flank a central area where 2 lizard folk hatchlings are playing.
Aw.
At the far end of the room, a wooden throne stands on a low stone dais. Carvings of reptiles decorate around the throne where you can see, and glints of reflected light hint at the presence of inset gemstone. The heads of several creatures hang on the walls, mounted on plaques of wood for display as trophies. And
Does it say what creatures?
Nope. You can, at some point you can do a perception check if you would like to.
Cool. I'm gonna say to Virgil next to me, didn't the town say that this colony was meant to be like new? Like this seems like it's been here for a long time.
I think that the list of the things that the town council got wrong is probably extensive. But yeah, I would agree that this seems like some, I don't know, architecture for a new encampment.
Yeah.
Okay.
And where's the queen? On the dais, on the dais?
Yes. She's rocking you on the day.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, as soon as you said dais, I did hear that.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Did I
I knew
beat
someone was gonna
chat
do it.
to it? Did I beat chat? I think I did. Take that.
Got him.
Take
Okay.
that Matt, probably, mostly.
So you see, oh, that's why, because I made it real itty bitty because I'm stupid. Let me just open up 17 character sheets here real quick. Hold on. Not really. There's just a couple that are important. That's not your name? Why? Everything's fine. Nope, that's not even close to your name. Stupid butt.
I'll turn to the lizard folk next to me. So, how's it going? How are you?
Okay, this time doesn't pass in game.
Fair enough.
They just deliver us
Sorry.
before the queen. Everyone stops.
Stand
We're just
still.
like, so.
Queen's just got a big book in front of her, just flipping through the pages frantically.
I'll pull out my book of smut and secretly read it.
Dunlop drums on his shell.
Christ. So you see a tall I almost said wizard. Lizard lady. Sitting on the throne with a nice, kind of almost like a battle dress, I would say. It's got armor, but it's also cool and flowy and stuff. And there is another kind of more elderly lizard standing next to her. Over here. And then another one that's like in kind of like magician's robes and stuff, standing there and kind of scowling at you. And in Draconic, the lizard folk that brought you in say they came in through the door up at the north entrance, but they didn't attack. They made noise. They said that they're here because the local town thinks that we're gathering weapons to attack them, and they were here to investigate that. They willingly gave up all of their weapons. Sorry, Gerert. And they wanted an audience with you, and so we've granted it. And you see that the lizard queen looks at you, and this lizard steps forward, and she motions for you all to step forward to be, closer to her.
I wait for other people to do it first. Okay.
And in common, she says,
Oh, thank God.
I feel like simultaneously Gunk and Virgil go, oh, thank God.
Oh, thank God. Thank Grung.
Praise Froghemoth.
In common, she says, welcome. I am Queen Othokent. This is my home with my loyal subjects here. This is my most trusted advisor, Sariv, over here. And this is one of our shamans over here. And she points to the one who's been scowling at you. And in
I wave
Draconic,
at the shaman.
he says, my queen, why do you speak to them in their own dirty tongue? You know I cannot understand when you do so. And just those that can understand that right now hear that. And in Draconic, she says, silence. So, I hear that you have infiltrated our lair, but don't intend us harm. So, I appreciate that you have not killed any hatchlings or stolen any treasure or attacked any people for that matter. That makes me more likely to listen to you. What do you have to say for yourselves?
I feel like at this point Virgil would sort of bow, especially once she had started speaking. Like, my name is Virgil Mondragon. My associates and I, Dunlum, Ocean Blue, Professor Baz Wolford, and of course Gunk, who's handled most of the speaking up until now.
I love that everyone has real names. It's just and Gunk.
Had been employed by the town of Saltmarsh, some 10 miles off. It was 10 miles, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Believe so,
thereabout.
yeah.
Like, yeah, like I seem to remember that they kept discussing it like as a distance. The town in the area had sent us to deal with a ring of smugglers. First in a land-based operation, which we somewhat stumbled across, and then to finish off their seaborne operations. While we were there, we found several pieces of correspondence and letters bearing what I believe may be your emblem, or the emblem of your clan, lizard, forked tongue, etc., and an order for smuggling weapons. Also, several lizard folk had taken passage on the boat with the weapons. We never really got the chance to speak to the lizard folk, though we did them no harm. We requested that they maybe talk to us.
They gave me bugs because I gave them mushrooms.
They did.
It was really kind.
Yes, they spoke of you and your interference with them getting the weapons the way that we had planned, but that you did not treat them poorly.
The town subsequently is concerned, Your Majesty, that the weapons that you all have requested and acquired are to be used to attack them. We were not sure that this was the case because the group that we had met on the ship seemed to bear us no hostility. They were nervous but did not seem terrified, and we thought it would be hasty to immediately proceed a military course of action.
They gave me bugs. It was the second kindest thing anybody's ever done for me.
Believe it or not, lizard folk are actually not unkind. I'm glad that they were able to demonstrate that to you. Bugs are fairly common here, but I'm glad that it was meaningful to you. I also appreciate that you did not come in militaristically. You don't particularly enjoy unneeded bloodshed.
And so, Your Majesty, I suppose the question that we were sent here to answer, one way or the other, is why are you acquiring weapons, and do you harbor ill intent for the town of Saltmarsh?
I will answer one of your questions right now, but the other will wait. The one that I will answer is your second, which is that we do not harbor any ill intents towards the town of Saltmarsh. We don't particularly pay too much attention to things outside of our own. I do know of the town. She
Sorry.
seems honest. Yeah, no.
Okay, good.
Gunk rolled an insight of 12. She seems she seems like she's being honest. She's a little bit hard to read. She's got a real lizard face. She seems, very regal and standing up straight, unlike Rachel, who never does. And she's got, here, could I make my scarf look cool and fancy if I do? She's like, very fancy.
Ooh, that does look fancy.
Very, very fancy.
It's a Star Wars scarf. So.
Ooh, yeah.
So, no, we do not harbor any intent, ill or otherwise, for the town of Saltmarsh. Our reasons for needing weapons, you've shown yourself to, at least at the start, be trustworthy. But I'm not necessarily sure how much we can trust you yet. So I have a proposal for you. And then you'll hear in Draconic again from the shaman, and he's just looking over at this one, Sariv, and is just hissing like, "What is she telling them? What is she telling them?" And you, in Draconic, those that can hear, Sariv says back, "She's just discussing why they're here. Calm down." And
Yeah, calm down, in Draconic.
And he just glares at you, and he just says, the shaman says, "Know your place."
I blow him a kiss.
Yeah. The one
And he
over
looks
there
at the
doesn't-
queen, and he's like, "You would let this one be so disrespectful to the shamans of our tribe?" And she just like puts her head in her hands, just kind of rubs her temples and looks at Sariv, and it's just like, "Can you, in Draconic, can you calm him down, please?" And Sariv just goes over and starts kind of whispering to him and stuff. And then Galway, what were you saying?
I feel like I haven't seen either of the other two speak common. Right? I've seen the queen speak common, and like the two ministers haven't shown any signs of speaking common.
You haven't. So you haven't, but those that can understand Draconic have heard that Sariv was telling the shaman what was being said.
Yeah.
So those who understand Draconic know that he can understand it, but yes, for those that can't, he hasn't said anything.
But at the very least, I'm just wondering if I'm gonna look up, I'm like, Your Majesty, your minister, because I don't think we've... Oh, no, she introduced that he was a shaman. Your shaman doesn't seem overly fond of us, I take it.
He prefers the old ways of ancient lizard folk tribes where they only consort with other lizard folk, and we here try to be more worldly than that. And Sariv will just kind of look over and be like, "We're trying to make him come around. He refuses to learn the language, but it is a work in progress, let's say." And then Othakent will say, "So, my proposal, are you interested in hearing it?"
Always have room for a job proposal.
So for this, as I said, you've come in seeming trustworthy. I would like for you to prove your trustworthiness with the Goodwill Tour. Our lair is quite large and filled with my subjects, our people, of all different kinds, from hatchlings to elderly people to common folk to soldiers.
Scholars, probably.
Yes. Not as many as you would think. And what I would like for you to do is to basically go around and earn the trust of my subjects. Prove to them that you're worthwhile, and then they can tell me that you are worthwhile, and I can trust you as to why we need our weapons, and what you perhaps, if you're interested in, if we can work together from there, let's say. Assuming that there's not a killing spree, even if you don't see things from our side, I promise you there's no ill intent. You will be allowed to leave as you see fit.
I'm gonna hand out so many mushrooms.
Oh, They do love mushrooms down here.
I'm so glad. I love mushrooms too.
It is dark and damp down here, so there are quite a few of them, actually.
Oh, that sounds lovely. You must love living here.
I do. It's more of a temporary home, let's say. This is fairly new for us that we've dug out for ourselves. I mean, we're very good at what we do, let's say. We are very good at making a place for ourselves, but this is not actually our home.
That's pretty fancy for a temporary camp. Wow.
Yeah, it seems
I
really
Fear that
nice.
I've already said too much. Do you accept my proposal?
I do. I would love to give people mushrooms.
So,
And help them in many ways.
so long as our safety is reasonably assured in doing so, I see no reason to refuse. If nothing
As a
else.
As a sign of good faith, my guards will return your weapons to you. If you use them, trust me that we have many, many powerful weapons and creatures at our disposal, and you will be erased from this earth.
What
But if you
about in
don't use them-
self-defense? I mean, surely some other of your lizard folk feel the same way as the shaman, right?
They do, but I promise you that nobody will attack you.
Mhm.
You have my word.
We have a god, you know,
Sure.
just with us to prove in
Absolutely.
case something happens that we didn't start shit.
I'm hoping that you don't all stick together. I'm hoping that you spread out and meet different people, and I can assign a guard to each of you.
Excellent. I'd be happy about that. What about you guys?
You're welcome to
Indeed.
stay together. There's a lot of ground to cover, so I thought it was a good idea to prove yourselves by...
I don't speak any Draconic, and so Gunk has been translating for us.
That is
I'm
true.
not sure I should leave Gunk, because I don't think people understand my miming very well. I thought I was doing a good job, but your guards didn't seem to get it, and neither did those toads.
Toads?
There were toads, but they left.
Oh. Interesting. We don't see many of those down here.
Well, they weren't down here. They were up in the air.
So
Up
I
on
will
the
tell
surface.
you that I will also send runners all around the lair to let them know what is happening, that some people will be coming to help them or work with them or get to know them. And some of them might not speak the language, and if we have others around who speak your language, then they can be there to help. Otherwise, they'll be ready to just put you to work. I can send Sawriv to be with some of you, or if those that are nervous about speaking would like to group up together around him. Would that make you more comfortable?
That sounds good. Would you like a mushroom?
Sure.
That took longer than anticipated, actually.
I'll hand her a mushroom.
As you walk up to approach her, the shaman in Draconic just shouts out, like, "You let her approach our queen? This filthy elf, you let her come in close contact with the queen?" And Sarav is just like, "Here, I'll just hand it to me, and I will give it to her."
Speaking of filthy elves,
Okay.
Oceana sure isn't with us.
Oh!
Oh,
Yeah,
I think we forgot about him all episode.
totally is, because I just forgot his existence. He's just still waiting outside, like, when are we going in, guys? No, you know what? You totally asked him to keep guard at the door just in case.
Fair enough.
That makes sense.
Sure. I just
he went off to
probably
remove himself
mentioned
in a
that.
bush.
Managing
He forgot to come
NPCs.
back.
I just now picture him like huddling in a bush, like, you know, Fortnite camping. It's like,
Yeah.
where did they
His trident is
It's-
out.
been a long time? No one's come
probably-
back.
We should probably tell him about the elf outside, huh? Just remembered Oceanus exists.
There's an elf outside.
Yes, there was one more of our I hesitate to call him part of our group, but he traveled here with us. He was similarly to how we were tasked with finding more information specifically about the weapons for the town of Saltmarsh. His people had tasked him with finding out what the smugglers were doing because their vessels had been passing through sea elf territory, and so they grew concerned at the volume of it. So again, he was interested in coming because he was interested first and foremost in information. We ensured that he was not trying to start an incident before we allowed him to come with us, but he is also not the most go-getting of them all, and so we left him outside in the bush, and we kind of forgot about him until now.
Do you want him to be a part of your goodwill tour, or do you want him to stay outside?
Honestly, maybe if we could, like, I don't know, drop off some porridge for him or something and let him know that everything's going all right. That it's probably for the best. I think that sort of his, he has a lot of potential for growth, shall we say.
Is he going to attack my guards if they come to bring him porridge?
I think if you sent a guard that spoke common and just sort of placed the bowl of porridge down and then conspicuously discussed, I'm going to leave this bowl of porridge here, but will not be angry at all if it disappears, he'll probably just, take care of himself.
Sure.
Like a cat. You just leave them outside and they come and go. You leave a bowl for them,
Yes, I've heard
He's
of
our
them.
cat.
They don't enjoy surviving down here. Great. So do you accept my goodwill tour? All of you?
Sure.
Yes.
Yes.
Indeed.
Okay, so I feel like that is a good place to call it quits for tonight because we were going to end a little bit early. But that means that next time you will be going on your goodwill tour. And that means, so what it says is to earn the trust of named NPCs or groups of them and stuff like that, one or more characters must display their good intentions to that individual or group consistently for at least 3 hours.
I can give people
We can do
mushrooms
that.
3 hours straight. That's very exciting.
I will also say, as Gert hands me back like each of the weapons, Virgil's going to sort of inspect them, tick off items on the list, like re-strap them to himself where they normally go, then like counter initial it, tear off the bottom where Gert had initialed it, and then hand it back to him.
And he's just kind of like massaging his arms as he takes the paper and looks confused. And the good news is you arrived at the Queen with 15 points already for not having killed any lizard folk. So
Sweet.
there is a possibility to have negative points, but I wouldn't expect that of you guys because you're generally not just like, I'm gonna go kill things.
I was gonna say, I think by the time we were arriving at the Queen with negative points, we probably would have been arriving at the Queen with, we had eliminated any resistance we had come across and then stealth the rest of the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were never gonna.
Which wasn't
possible.
necessarily going to have happened. I just meant that that's the only way.
And it's still possible to do a goodwill tour that gets you out of that deficit. It's all described in here as the things. See. Anywho, next session is the goodwill tour.
Yay!
Episode title, So It's a Goodwill Tour. All right, everybody. So from all of us here at Helpful Goat, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for having a good time with us. We hope you had a good time. Hope you enjoyed it. Again, if you want to hang out with us more, you can use !Discord in the chat, get a link to join us, or you can check out the link to our Discord in the YouTube or podcast description. We have a great time in the community. It's a lot of fun. Got us through a lot of tough stuff last year and continues to be a blast. Like I said, tomorrow evening, starting at 8:30 p.m. Eastern, we will have Elise DMing a game of Spire, in which some shit kind of went down last time, so it's going to be real interesting to see the resolution for that. And because I forgot coming on to the intro because I was confused by all the tech stuff that had gone wrong already, featuring a big surprise at the start of the session, so don't miss that. And then on Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern, we will have Tier Moontree Isle, which will also feature, honestly, probably several surprises up through the start of it, and super looking forward to what the Marauders are going to get up to with that one. Yeah, thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in. From all of us here at Helpful Goat, be safe, be well, be kind to yourselves and to each other. Love y'all.
Thanks, everyone.